I was born into a traditional Hindu family that deeply believes in God and holds the philosophy that serving humankind is akin to serving the divine. My mother, whom I lovingly call Amma in my native Telugu, has always been my guiding light, instilling in me the values of faith, love, and perseverance. Growing up, I completed my schooling, college, and undergraduate degree in civil engineering from Geetam Institute of Technology and Management, Geetam, Visakhapatnam. Later, I pursued my master's and began my career as a software consultant. Life was moving forward, but Amma had an important question for me. Are you ready for the next step in your journey, marriage? And so the process began. In the traditional Indian way, we prepared a biodata, captured my best pictures, and uploaded them on matrimony sites, sharing them with close circles in hopes of finding the right match. This was the beginning of my arranged marriage journey back in 2011. The search for a life partner. The process was meticulous, reviewing profiles, checking compatibility, aligning astrological stars, and of course, considering the thoughts of family members. Some matches didn't work out because of personal differences, some due to parental preferences, and some simply because fate had other plans. But then one day a match appeared. Her name was Madhuri. The first impression? Instant spark, butterflies in my stomach. A feeling I couldn't quite explain, but one that I knew meant something special. The traditional steps followed. Biodata exchange and pictures, the initial talk, calls and video chats, first meeting of families, final parental discussion and wedding plans, engagement and wedding day Madhuri. And I connected well, sharing multiple voice and video calls. As we expressed our mutual interest to our families, excitement grew. By this time, I had completed my master's and was working as a civil engineer in Minneapolis, Minnesota. A proposal that never happened. My Amma, along with a few family friends and an aunt, traveled to Madhuri's home to formally request her hand in marriage. Everything seemed to be falling into place. After a successful first meeting, my mother and aunt took a train back from Hyderabad to Visakhapatnam. Then, the unexpected happened. As I woke up on Monday morning in Minneapolis, I saw a message from Madhuri. Sorry, we couldn't proceed further. My heart sank. I froze, hoping it was a joke. I immediately called her. She hesitated, then explained that the conversation between our parents hadn't gone well, and her family had decided to call it off. Just like that, my world shattered. A second chance in 2014, fast forward to 2014. By now, life had moved on, but deep within, something still lingered. An unspoken connection, an unfinished chapter. Then, one day, I came across a Facebook post. Madhuri had moved to Dallas, Texas for work. Coincidentally, I was planning a surprise trip to Hyderabad, India, but seeing her post changed everything. A few messages were exchanged. Conversations reignited. And this time, I took a leap of faith and asked Madhuri if we could meet. She agreed. A week before her birthday, I booked my flight to Dallas. Excitement and nervousness coexisted in my heart. However, fate decided to test my patience. The flight got delayed. Instead of our planned dinner at 6:30 p.m., I landed close to midnight. Yet the moment remains fresh in my memory even after a decade. I waited eagerly, eyes scanning the arrivals with a wide-angle focus, searching for her. Then she appeared, walking towards me. Her loosely hanging hair, a white-black polka-dotted skirt, and that adorable dimple on her chin when she smiled. She was breathtaking. Skydiving and a leap of faith. The next day, we had something thrilling planned. Skydiving. It was Madhuri's idea, inspired by her best friend's accomplishment. I had my reservations, but how could I say no? We boarded a single-seater flight, each of us harnessed to an instructor. As we ascended, my mind raced, my hands gripping every bit of metal I could hold on to. Madhuri, sitting across from me, smiled and casually asked, "Are you doing okay?" Internally, I thought, why are you asking me this now, Madhuri? Then came the moment of truth. The door opened. The wind roared. My instructor signaled it was time. I looked down, 14,000 FT panic surged. My survival instincts kicked in. I held on to whatever I could. The pilot, noticing my hesitation, yelled, "Do not touch the controls!" I knew I had to trust the process. With a deep breath, I gathered every ounce of courage, followed my instructor's lead, and we jumped. For the first 15 seconds, I experienced a pure free fall, zero gravity, absolute freedom, and the thrill of a lifetime. The next part of the journey was a scenic descent where my instructor let me guide the parachute, steering through the sky with Madhuri alongside me. We landed safely, one of the most exhilarating memory.